everyone, Pun here. Pun how likes to play games, react to stuff, like some of the things, or has a model freeze. I don't know why my model's freezing, so just bear with it. I don't know why my model freezes. It wasn't freezing when I was pre-recording stuff, but it is. But yeah, if you like, but anyway, I got you covered. And today's wonderful day, we are checking out a Past Assault video. We are patching the deal of SCP-096. Now, I was not alerted to this video. This is why I'm late to this video. Because otherwise, I would have reacted to it at a proper time. Because I knew to find it. I just happened to stumble across and I'm like, wait, you guys... Okay, but anyway, I love this guy. They actually left a comment in the video, which they actually appreciate reactions. Thank you for that. But anyway, before I begin, as always, the link to this video will be located in the description below. Or, if you want to catch the video itself, first you can click the channel name and the title of this video. It will take you straight to the channel. You can check it out there. With that in mind, let's check it out. Now, the volume I have not tested, so hopefully it'll be good.
Talk about the shy guy.
Can we pretend that I'm not stupid, chat? And by the way, this is streamed live on Twitch. Twitch.com. Let's pretend I wasn't stupid and started this video on mute. Moving on.
Okay, we gotta talk about the shy guy. Not that one. I'm talking about SCP-096. If that name sounds familiar, it's most likely because you've heard it from a meme or a video while doom scrolling on your phone, which is completely understandable. Doom scrolling's fun. But if you're only...
It is very fun. It is really fun. But it can get you distracted. As a person with ADHD, doom scrolling is my favorite kryptonite. You literally go, I gotta make a video. Let me just doom scroll real quick. Oh, it's 4 hours. I have to go to sleep. Crud! I'm gonna freeze my model at the same time. Whoopee! By the way, chat, for anybody who's wondering, no, there's nothing I can do to fix this. There is nothing. I don't know what to do to fix this. It just happens. Even if I restart the PC, sometimes it doesn't work. So we just have to roll with it.
Source of information about this guy is from Gmod brain rot videos like Tung Tung Sahur versus SCP-096, then you're incredibly misinformed. But honestly...
Okay, so we're actually gonna get, okay. Oh, come on, that's lore, man. Those are lore, don't you know? They're all accurate. All right, moving on. Oh my gosh. See, I
feel like SCP content in general these days has deteriorated so much that it's not even scary anymore. Like, look at this video I found while making this video.
Among Us versus Italian Brain Rot, SPC-173 versus SPC-096 Tung. What? That's the state of SCPs, really? Dang, things have changed then, because back in my day, all right, man, shut up, you whippersnappers. I am not old. You can stop it with that. Anyway, back in my day, yeah, I'm very sorry about my model freezing. I don't know why. It's all right when I change mode or something. But anyway, back in my day, it was all about lore and stuff. I mean, for those of you wondering, a lot of the lore that I got, I'll shout out the channel. It was SCP Animations. I think I said the channel right. It's was a lore channel that actually did like really good animations of the SCPs. I can't remember. Hang on, let me look it up real quick here. We're doing it live, so I can double check real quick here. Because I'm pretty sure when I got it, SCP Animation series. Yeah, I think that's it, right? Yeah, SCP. Sorry, it's not SCP Animations. I am so sorry. No, it's SCP Explained Story and Animations. That's who I got most of my lore from, because they usually done a lot of good lore about it. I don't know if there's any SCP channels. I might leave a comment below if you want. I can go cruise back into the SCPs because I have missed watching SCP lore. But anyway,
this is a real thumbnail on YouTube. Look at how they massacred my boy. I'm sure by now most people probably know the main shtick of SCP-096, but if you don't, the bottom line is basically he's just a tall, skinny guy with self-image issues.
Hey, relatable. No, I wonder how many people can relate to that. Moving on.
As a matter of fact, he has such bad self-image issues that just viewing his face will cause him to completely crash out. He doesn't even care how you view his face. It can be in person, it can be in a video, it can even be a picture. It doesn't matter, he'll still crash out on you. He gets so pressed anytime someone sees his face that his only solution is to run to their location and kill them. Like if this—
I mean, understandable. I mean,
this was
no,
real,
it's
this
not.
would be an internet troll's dream. Screw telling me my own IP address, just show me a picture to this guy and hear me get mauled over the mic.
Wait! Stop! No! Yeah, imagine, no, you just do, no, better. You do the reverse. Someone says, I got your IP. Well then, I had SCP. Take a look. It's like, oh, you do? Okay, before you do, can you take a look at this picture real quick? Bye!
If you're at all active in the SCP community, you've probably seen this infamous picture and heard the term 4 f***ing pixels a million times.
Yes! Okay, we're gonna talk about it. Yes! Okay, we're gonna nerd out. Yes, I'm so excited. Yes! Oh!
That whole meme comes from the official SCP-096 document. More specifically in video interview log 096-1-C, where basically two people are talking about a photograph that contains 4 pixels of SCP-096's face.
Yep.
With 4 pixels being enough to trigger him. Which wholly spawns so many different questions. If 4 pixels is enough to trigger him, then where's the line drawn? Is 2 pixels enough? Is 1 pixel enough? What if no pixels of him are even visible on the photograph, but he was just in the general direction that it was taken in? Forgetting a photograph, what if you were at a place so far away from him that you couldn't even realistically see his face? Like, what would happen if I was on the moon and I looked up and just happened to meet eyes with him on Earth? Or what if—
Okay, so a couple answers to that one. The process of that is, if you look in a general direction, no, that does not work. Case in point, I'm pretty sure people can look at the, I think if I remember correctly, because that's how he's contained in a sense, because you can look at the perfect example, you can look at the SBC door that he's in, but you wouldn't be able to get attacked. So I think that one's safe, if I remember correctly. I think it's like you have to, like, but the pixel thing, yeah, it's any bloody pixel. It is any bloody pixel. If you see him, you're SOL. But there's a huge technicality in the fact that it has to be like a visible range. So the moon on Earth thing, I'm not sure. It would have to be 50-50 because you would have to basically see, I don't know, but I know for a fact that the pixel one works. But yeah, for the general vicinity, no, I think you're okay because I don't think SBC will be able to contain them if that was the case. Because keep in mind, in order to contain him, for those who don't know, in order for the SBC to contain him, what they did was they put him in a room where no cameras, but there's like little like motion sensors to track him. So yeah.
I just happened to look in his general direction from an entirely different solar system?
That should be fine because again, you can look in the general direction and you just can't look at him. It's kind of like a thing where if I was in a house, like if you were looking, if I was in a house and you were looking at the house I was in, that would be fine. I think. Like I said, I'm a little rusty, but I'm pretty sure.
Where's the line drawn? If you couldn't tell, basically the main idea of SCP-096 is you don't want to look at his face. Any other part of him is fine except the moneymaker. But enough about his face. What exactly is he? His official SCP document describes him as a 2.38 meter tall humanoid creature with very little muscle mass, out of proportion arms, skin with almost no pigmentation, and no body hair. In other words, he's basically just a naked version of Slender Man.
You think they're cousins? You think they're brothers? You're like, Slenderman just going, brother, what are you doing? Oh gosh, brother, what are you doing? Brother, stop. Brother, stop. Let me freeze my model because I'm so scared. Brother, stop. Please stop ripping them apart. Brother, stop.
On a side note, I was actually really curious to see if SCP-096 was inspired by Slender Man, and I found out that they were only made 9 months from each other, with SCP-096 being made on March 17th, 2010, and Slender Man being made on June 10th, 2009.
So maybe it's not that far off. That I didn't know.
From From all available sources, I couldn't find any information about them actually being based off one another. So he doesn't like people looking at him. Who cares? Just because he's a shy guy doesn't mean I have to hold back my peepers from looking at him. I mean, what's he gonna do, cry? Well, yes, that's actually exactly what he does.
Yeah, just cry. Yep, just cry. Mm-hmm. No worry, he's just gonna cry. So go ahead and just look at him with his big bald body. You'll be just fine, my friend.
He'll also kill you and you.
Oh, come on, that's a technicality.
No, guys, that's literally what it says in the document.
Yeah, it does, yeah.
It says SCP-096 will proceed to kill and SCP-096-1. SCP-096-1 is the name given to the person who viewed his face. It's in the document, guys. Speaking of the document...
It's in the document, I swear. You sound like so schizo. Like, it's in the document. I swear. It's in the document. Ah!
It says that SCP-096's speeds vary from 35 kilometers per hour to 6 kilometers per hour.
Why is it? Oh, I get it. So what you're doing is essentially doing the redacted miles. Gotcha. Okay, I think you're doing redacted.
To put that into...
So, put it to you this way. So basically, the reason that the files are redacted is sometimes they don't want to reveal the true speed is the suppressed panic.
American. 35 kilometers per hour is approximately 21.748 miles per hour. That's fast enough to qualify you for Olympic running. And from how the document describes it, it sounds like that's one of his lower speeds. So forget Usain Bolt, just show a picture of this guy and he'll leave you in the dust. Speaking of things...
You know what? Can we get, if there was a way, we might get Shy Guy to run in the Olympics. That'd be interesting. Whose team would Shy Guy actually run, though? That's the question.
In dust, SCP-096 has a variety of games with him in it. Some of the most popular ones are SCP Containment Breach, SCP Secret Laboratory, and SCP Unity.
So, one thing... Actually, okay, let me wait a minute to see if they're going to talk about some of that.
SCP Containment Breach is a horror game from 2012 based inside the SCP universe.
Okay, so he might not talk about this. So let me give you a little quick, because I don't think they talked about this yet. So... if I remember seriously correctly, I could be wrong, but the way that they got the art of SCP was they were in a submarine. The scientist shows the D-class personnel, who's a great artist, I think it was a tattoo artist, to draw this creature, like showing the pictures. After the end of it, Shy Guy gets in, and I think defeats them. That's how they got the pictures, because basically they can't on official documents put their picture there, otherwise they're gonna cause a containment breach. So yeah,
it was the first SCP game to actually take place inside of the facility, and the first game to include several of the most popular SCPs.
It's this game! Yeah, I remember this game.
SCPs like SCP-173, 106, and 079 were some of the first ones inside of it, and SCP-096 didn't get added till several versions later. The model for SCP-096 when it was first added was extremely janky, to say the least, with worse textures and a more blocky
I mean, that's actually kind of horrifying.
appearance. But this model was mostly just a placeholder, and in future updates was replaced with the more iconic model we know SCP-096 for. This game was released back in 2012 when horror games were at an all-time high, and Let's Plays videos like Containment Breach were gaining in popularity. And even though this wasn't the first SCP game, that title goes to SCP-087, a horror game about a haunted stairwell SCP.
That one too. Oh my gosh, I remember all these. Yeah.
SCP Containment.
I think there was actually even an episode about it. Gosh, that's the one. I wonder if they're ever going to cover that one, because that one's interesting.
Breach still pioneered the SCP genre and laid the groundwork for all other future SCP games. It also undeniably contributed to SCP's popularity, and in my opinion is probably the most famous SCP game. SCP Secret Laboratory is a multiplayer.
Okay, so we're going through the games now. Okay.
Shooter horror game where you can play as the SCPs. There are also humans you can play in the game, such as Guard, D-Class, Scientist, MTF, and CI. The designs for all the SCPs and people are completely different than they are in Containment Breach. This game has its own unique, realistic, cartoony art style that many people within the community are fond of. The game can be pretty fun sometimes, and is probably the most popular active SCP game, with many members of the community attributing SCP Secret Laboratory for their love of SCP.
That actually sounds like fun. I wonder if, like, certain SCPs, like, you can't... I'm pretty sure they played the game. They would probably make it SCPs that you can actually take down, because there are certain SCPs that there's no way you can defeat that they would put on there.
SCP Unity was a modern-day remake of the original SCP Containment Breach. It featured several revamped SCPs along with some new ones. It was a highly anticipated remaster, with a large part of the community excitedly waiting for its release. Unfortunately, the game never was released, and its development was discontinued in 2021 due to the lead developer experiencing severe mental health and stress issues. Even more unfortunately, the lead developer never gave the unfinished game to any other developers, so the project was completely abandoned.
Aww.
However, you still can play the game. It's very unfinished, but it's free to download online. This game is probably the least popular of the three, but it's still worth mentioning. And fun fact, SCP...
I wonder if somebody like... I wonder if someone could just update that file. I mean, I don't, because if it's for free, I can't see why somebody can just update that file itself and just work upon the basis of that as the foundry. Yeah, I mean, if you want to be safe, you can get the graces of the,
Unity is where I got the model for Shy Guy in this video.
Oh.
The difference is...
Hey, what's up? Ah!
Shy Guy's models from each game is night and day, with each one having its own specific characteristics, but also staying true to the original document's description. Each one is unique, but honestly, my favorite of the bunch is definitely the original from SCP Containment Breach. There's something about it that just stands out. Maybe it's the contrast between the white and red, or maybe it's because of just how iconic it is, but something about it is
okay, we get it. Just kiss already. Gosh darn.
Mesmerizing.
Just say I do already. Gosh darn.
Yeah. Going back to the
How I Met Your Mother. I know, it's not How You Met My Mother. It's How You Met Your Shy Guy. Okay, moving on.
document though, it shows some really interesting details. Like after SCP-096 kills and SCP-096-1, he will calm down and try to make his way back to his natural habitat in the... Why is it redacted? Why is that redacted? Wait, why is that redacted?
Uh-oh.
Why is so much of it redacted? Little side tangent here.
Well, because if I remember correctly, I think a lot of the way that they got this information, I think it was because of the pixel incident, and they wanted to cover it up. I could be wrong about that, but we'll see.
But why are certain things inside of these documents classified? Isn't the whole point of these documents to describe what the SCP is and what it can do? So why would you leave out possible crucial information by redacting it in an already classified document? And who are you trying to hide them from? Other scientists? Like if these were public documents, then I would understand why you would need to classify certain information inside of them. But these aren't public documents. These are classified SCP documents inside the SCP Foundation. The only way you could access these documents is if you were inside the SCP facility in the first place. So why are they classifying already classified information? And some of these redactions are ridiculously unnecessary. Like why is SCP-096's natural habitat and top speed redacted from the document? In what situation would knowing his top speed be dangerous enough that you have to redact it from the already redacted document? It makes no sense. But maybe...
Okay, so two things. One, I think it's either the O5 Council who does this or very high top officials that do it. And usually when something's redacted from the files, it's just to make sure, like just in case the files get stolen, because SCP's facilities do get attacked a lot, so they'll redact certain files just in case, or just in case of security breach, they'll redact the files. You can get them unredacted easily. Now, the top speed thing, that kind of makes sense if you actually put it in a different concept. I'll throw this at you. Say you know what the Shy Guy's top speed is. What if you have somebody look at the picture and have him run at the speed where Shy Guy could just not get ahead of him, but constantly had to chase him? There's your answer. That might be why. Because one thing I forgot to mention about the Shy Guy is it will tear and grind through everything in its mouth in an automatic rage until it reaches its target. That means if anything gets in its way, it's gone. And if other people look at it while it's trying to get to its target, yeah, it's gone too. So yeah, that's might be probably why. Right, and the natural habitat thing, that's probably because they don't want other scientists to go through it. Because there's been scientists who've been like, hey, let's ignore the rules. Let's go right in. And also, I don't remember. I think there's other people who can get access to the files. But yeah.
Maybe that's the point. The SCP Foundation works with anomalies and stuff they don't understand all the time. Something not making sense is literally the only reason why the Foundation was made in the first place. So I guess I can't judge too harshly. But enough lollygagging. SCP-096 is actually pretty terrifying when you think about it. I mean, he's literally the prime example of an unstoppable force meeting an immovable object.
Yep.
Except in this case, that immovable object is your face, so I'm guessing it's not that immovable. In fact, his unstoppableness is highlighted in the document where it says, at this point, no known material or method can impede SCP-096's progress. Meaning he can get through any material. Your house could be made out of bedrock from Minecraft and he could still get into it. However, I think I'm gonna have to disagree with that second part of the sentence saying that no method can impede his progress, as I can think of one method that is completely unmatched against him.
Which one?
The paper bag.
Oh my gosh, why did I do that? Go back in. I don't know why I did that.
So
Sorry, I clicked it and it just did. Okay. Okay, that was amazing. Sorry. There it goes. Okay, that was amazing. Okay, that was really good. Why'd you not censor it? Okay, anyway, moving on. That was amazing. Okay, I like that one. That was really, really good. I like that one a lot. Okay, that was really, really good. That was really good. I like that one. SCP-096. Like I stated about the redacted files, it was either the O5 Council freezing my model, by the way, that's fun, or it's there's a lot of reasons why files are redacted. It's just in case to get overzealous scientists at bay. It's to keep things very safe and classified. It's also could be due to the fact that, think about it this way, say like you're reading the files and you read exactly what he does to the subject and then it horrifies you. They kind of probably don't want that to happen. So yeah, that's the thing. It could be like for control or stuff like that. Or it could be like when things are redacted, it's because if you don't redact it, it actually causes an advantage for the SCP themselves. But yeah, this was fantastic. I wish I got this video sooner. This is really good. I like the little sojourn to the other games in the middle. Kind of like a little sidetrack, but I still liked it all the same. This was very good. Very informative. I liked it. Loved the comedy. I always love watching their videos. Definitely check them out yourself. The link to their video will be located in the description below. If you like what you all saw, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and ring the bell for more. This is streamed live on Twitch. My name is Granny on Twitch.com. Want to check out the channel itself? Click their channel name in the title of this video and check on there. And with that in mind, I'll check you out next time. Peace. Oh yeah, by the way, before I finish, leave a comment. Let me know if you want me what else you want me to react to. I am finding stuff to react to, but I wouldn't mind the suggestions. Now, with that in mind, I'll see you all next time. Again, peace. Pun, pun, pun. Hurry up and unfreeze. Hurry up and unfreeze, please. Pun.